So guys, following our whole thing, the whole talk about the rims and all that, and remember at the end I was talking about the PSI. I guess we got a fair share amount of people asking about the PSI helping the strength of the rim. So let's talk about PSI. PSI, I forgot what PSI stands for.
Pound per square inch.
No. Yes. PSI, pound per square inch. I got a brain fart. I was sitting there, I was trying to find something more scientific. Pound per square inch. So, all these tires right here, let's talk about that. They all use a different PSI in it. All these are all different tires. For example, you got steel bead and you got Kevlar beads. People are always talking about, oh yeah, foldable, foldable, foldable. This is foldable, non-foldable. The difference, oh, you know, this is more high PSI, this is more high PSI. No, it's not. It's not. The PSI, the way you can tell something is higher PSI is, what is it, the thread per, what?
I don't know, thread count.
The TPI or something like that. Hey, somebody help me out here. I don't know everything here, dude. Where is it, hey Max, TPI, thread per inch. Well, that's basically inside here. There is a web of threads. If you look inside here, you see these little marks? That's actually like a shirt, like a woven thing that's been dipped into rubber. So of course, the more there is, the tighter it'll hold. This is a 65 PSI Colt. This KHE right here is rated at 110. It's woven, if you look carefully, even more tight than this. So therefore it could hold it. But here's the question, do you really need it? Does that mean that, oh, you know what, this is 110 PSI, this is a lot better. This wheel will make you ride better. This wheel will make your bike a lot better. No, it doesn't, because everything has a purpose. If you ride, Ethan, what's your PSI?
25.
25 PSI. D-Ride, why do you run such low PSI?
Because it's like having suspension built in.
Come on, we're gonna call a sleeper over here.
He was sleeping on the job.
Sleeper.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Why is it that you run on 25 PSI?
I run 25 PSI
25!
because I like getting a flat tire every time I ride my bike. Duh.
Okay.
No, for real. It's squishier, right? So when you land, it's like squishes. And it doesn't hurt your wrists. Because I got old man wrists now. I've been jumping off tall shit for a long time. Also, when it's squishy, think about it. There's way more tire on the ground, more surface area. Basically, it's gonna be easier to balance with more surface area versus like being up on the little tiny bit. If you got 100 PSI, it's gonna be hard to balance. So the backwards manuals, the manuals, bar to manual, squishy tires, it helps a lot.
Well, what about tire riding?
True, tire rides, it kind of like squishes on the rail and kind of hugs around it a little bit. So it's easier.
So it's kind of like off-road vehicles and all that. They run lower PSI so you can grab more.
Kinda.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, more mellow, more mellow. You go way slower. Going fast is scary, everyone knows that. You case every single dirt jump you ever try to hit because you don't have enough oomph.
I don't hit dirt jump, dude. I'm an old man, dude.
What else is great? You can't ride any transition because if you pump through like a corner of a bowl, your rims will just hit.
So running lower PSI is mainly for street.
Street!
Okay, okay.
Street!
But so wait a second, we're not done with you.
Okay.
So wouldn't that be cheating? Because
there's no rule book. Show me the rule book and I'll follow it. Until then, I'll do what the fuck I want.
So with the tire, it's lower, it'll stick, but when you tire ride, you go.
It hugs it.
It hugs. So
Hey, if I was cheating, everyone would do it.
Not everybody's doing it, you're right.
Yeah, because some people like 100 pounds of air and they like going fast like Chris Fox and launching to the moon. Me?
Chris Fox, right? Hey, Chris Fox, where you in at? Okay, okay.
He wouldn't ride because he doesn't have a fork anymore.
Oh. Hey, Max, what's your PSI? Here, come here. Wait, are you lighter than Ethan? I keep thinking you're like a little kid.
I'm like 170. On my best day ever.
So you got two guys that are 170 and you ride what?
70 PSI.
70. So don't you want all the luxury that Ethan has?
Well,
running, you land a little bit more cushion and all that.
Both me and Ethan have a little bit different style. Ethan's a little more heavy duty, street dog. I like to consider myself a little more variety.
He runs jumps in the air.
Exactly. I'm riding dirt jumps. I'm hitting both corners really hard, pretty much the opposite of what Ethan was just saying. So if I have really squishy tires, I'm gonna go through a bolt corner, my tire's gonna fold like this. It's just gonna fold over, and that's just losing momentum. You're gonna be going slower. So I have like a happy medium between 70. If I'm going a little more straight, maybe deflate my tires a little bit, but average about 70 PSI.
So I remember you used to be a park rat, and you used to run about 100, didn't you?
110.
Yeah. So I used to remember a lot of you guys thinking, oh, you know, 100, 100, 100. But dude, really, 100 is a lot. The vert guys are the guys I know that run 100 because, dude, when they hit the bottom of that transition, there's so much squish in it, and those guys have to get that. But other than that, I would say probably the best all around is what Max was saying, about 70.
50.
But you think 50?
50 is perfect.
No, but I'm saying all around, all around.
I still fold.
Yeah.
All around's about 7.
I
But
wouldn't know. I never ran 50.
but see, okay, but here guys,
I'm pumping up to 30.
but here's the thing. We're talking about pros and cons. Ethan, he said he runs about, damn, I said 25?
I wish my bike was here so we could hold up the little
25,
PSI meter.
guys.
25.
All right, but see, you guys understand the physics he's talking about. You got more tire grabbing the ground at running a lower PSI. True, but then the con with that is that when you land, you're gonna get a lot of pinch flats. And what pinch flat is that when you got a rim, this is the next big thing, guys. You guys don't know it. This is the Ethan Corriere signature tire running this at 25 PSI. You could run on a rail. He's gonna start doing cable riding. Okay? You gotta know Ethan Corriere's signature tire right here. Yeah. So here's the thing. So what a pinch flat is that when you run such low PSI that the tire's gonna deflate down. It's gonna deflate down and it's going to squish just like this. And look at it. See right here? It pinches. It pinches the tube that's on the inside, and that's what gives you the pinch flat. So that's the problem when you run such low PSI, you're gonna get pinch flat. Also, when you run lower PSI, as we talked about before about rim strength, it actually doesn't help the rim at all. You can get flat spots more. You get dents on your rims more because the tire itself doesn't protect it. Believe it or not, when this thing's all inflated up to like, let's say 100, all the pressure is trying to go out. It's trying to pull the tire out. That's why sometimes the bead pops because it's pulling out so hard. So when it's pulling the rim every which way out, and then the rim is trying to keep it in, now it strengthens the rim. But if you run it low, all it's gonna do, it's gonna start denting, it's gonna start flat spotting all that. You don't want that. You want the happy medium. If you want to, where like Ethan has the luxury where he could get tubes, he get tires, he could run a lower PSI. And there is a huge advantage, but there also is a disadvantage. So, but now when you go do what Max does and you run a higher PSI, you get less pinch flats. You get less flat spots. But the thing is that when you land hard and you throw a bar spin and you catch it a little off and you don't get that, dude, it hurts. It hurts. You could hear the bike hit the ground. So those are the things you got to decide. So there is that happy medium. You just have to decide what is good for you. There's no wrong or right, actually. There's no wrong or right. But if you always wonder, hey man, how come I keep getting flat spot? Or I keep getting these pinch flat? It's probably because you're running low PSI. So let's go back to the tires. So you want the best tire. You want a good tire. And the best tire and the good tire, it's gonna be a foldable tire because they have Kevlar inside here. That's what makes it fold up. And therefore it's gotta be the best. No, but if you're gonna run 25 PSI like my man there, or even you run 70 PSI like Max, you don't need this. You're paying the luxury for nothing. So you got these right here, that's just good enough. You got these right here, that is good enough. Here's a bonus for you guys. Some of you guys out there, you guys are like, hey, you know what, dude? I need a 20 by 2.4 inner tubes, and all you guys got is a 2.1 inner tube that's not gonna work. God, it will work. It will work. I remember back in the days when you were a little lad that worked here, and I completely underpay you because I could take advantage of you.
Yes.
Well, A lot of you guys went out there and you guys were like, oh, you know what? You run like 16-inch inner tubes, 18-inch inner tube. It's safe. Everybody's like, no, that doesn't work. It does work because the tube itself, it's the same thickness. It's the same thickness. Look how small this is. Look how small this. If we cut this, it's the same thickness. So then, if you guys want to see, I could actually put this whole thing into this and it'll work. All you have to do is put it in and you fold it. And when you inflate it up, all of this will squish down. Oh yeah, you know, you're gonna got that engineer. What's that engineer that says it? He's gonna be like, yeah, you know, there's a heavy spot. Yeah, if you're doing something like this, you're already saying that you're in trouble and you need something. You have to have a tube. But what I'm trying to say is that it does work. 16-inch tube. 16-inch tube, guys. Oh, you know what? You can't use it. You can't use it. Yes, you can. Look at this. Look at this, guys. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Follow me. It doesn't work. It does work. It does work. This is where you play that Benny Hill, the Benny Hill music. See, and then you just put the tire over it. Oh, you know, it's not going to pop because you know what? As soon as you put this stuff in, you know, look, I finally got it in. Again, just like my first date. So you go and
and last date.
So you know what? Should we do it? Should I put a tire on this?
Yeah, please.
Should we? Okay.
You carry Aro stuff? That's a Dennis signature tire right there.
Is it?
La Mesa?
Why am I making this so hard for myself?
Can I go home?
Can I go home yet? Look, I got my lunch bag ready.
Like a little kid.
So look, I'm actually gonna do it the normal way. I took out the tube, put it in. You take it off? Yeah.
Oh, for real, it's my mom's birthday, you feel me?
Mom's birthday.
I feel like it's always your mom's birthday.
She got a couple of years.
So, look at that, guys. Got this on.
I'll pay myself for the last 3 days.
There's my little tube. Yeah, you know what? Some of you guys might go, yeah, you know what? You look like you're. I'm not saying that easy and all that. I'm trying to prove a point that it is possible. You guys are getting a free hack. See, look, I got it in. Tire lever. It's in, guys. It's in. Oh God. Date's almost over. Jesus.
On your way. It worked.
16-inch tube. Told you guys. So again, for you, some of you guys that say, you know what? Oh, you gave me the wrong tube. No. Pressure is all contained by the tire. You guys ever seen, if you guys are familiar with tubeless tires, guess what? All it is just a airtight tape that they tape the rim, and then they put this glue solution in, and then they inflate the tire and there's no tubes. Wait, if you put in a 16-inch tube and it's wrong, then how are these guys using no tubes at all? The tire contains it. I could actually put a 12-inch in here. You could shove, as long as you could shove anything in here that inflates air and pumps, it's gonna work. So the pressure in these is, it's all it is, just the tires holding it. Look at this one, 40 PSI. Minimum, 65. Dude, I have this thing. Oh, and that's another thing. The 65, you could actually pump it up a little bit more. You could actually pump it a little bit more. You know what? And you know what? We're gonna have another engineer that's gonna chime in and say, you know what? This guy's a kook. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what? I don't. But you know what? You go to a supermarket, you know, they have the freshness dating and all that. We all know you can still eat it after that. I could eat it a month after that still. But you know what? 65, you could get away going about 70, even 75. You know, the 40, you don't want to go below that unless you're Ethan running. I still don't believe he runs 40, 25, dude. Next time I see him,
we need to just bring the tire pressure monitor.
I think I've exhausted myself. I'm breaking out a sweat. But anything else that you guys want to suggest, let me know. You guys want to make a comment, you guys want to pick a fight with me, just come on, bring it.
I'll let you deflate that on your own. You're good. Later, Max. So there's the life hack, how to get a 12, 14, or 16-inch inner tube into a 20-inch rim, and everything you need to know about tires, pressure, PSI, and everything in between. Make sure to follow epicbmx, Max Vu, Ethan Corriere, and myself, Alfredo Mancuso. That's it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. See you next time.